Lions draft. And look, just a fan. Is Neil's man bun fake news? Correct. Absolutely. All right. Here's the deal, D-Mac. This Matthew Golden thing, he's the receiver from Texas that everybody's talking about because the Lions used a visit and they brought him in, and Ian Rappaport reported it, and immediately, D-Mac, everybody turns to this is the JMO replacement. Help me, D-Mac. Help me understand this talk. Please do.
Why are you replacing him?
Great question. That's the question I'm trying to get an answer for.
Why are we giving up on him or whoever? I don't know. I mean, isn't it about every year you have to draft new guys and guys that fit your scheme and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I mean,
the hiccup is because Matt Golden is considered a top end receiver. He's probably going within the first 1 or 2 rounds, and you only have 2 more years on JMO. Like, the organization kind of already alluded that they're going to pick up his 5th-year option, and if that's the case, you have him for another 2 years. But after that, especially if he continues to play like we know he can play, you're looking at maybe a $30 million, $35 million a year guy, and that's where fans are kind of like, oh, if you draft Matt Golden, clearly that means that's a JMO replacement.
And how long?
2 years.
So you're going to draft a guy, sit him for 2 years, and then have 3
I
years
don't-
left
I
on
don't
his
follow
rookie
that
deal.
logic.
You're right in the same spot.
See, like, this is the point I'm driving at right now.
Right.
And, like, look, I already know. I don't have to look down. I know where the comments are going to go with this. Like, so you're going to draft this guy and hope that he's JMO when you have JMO right here.
And how about this, guys? It's the draft season. This could be a smokescreen.
It could.
Brad Holmes could have information that the guys picking behind them may want this guy. So what do you do to increase your value and your position? You bring in the guys they want to talk to, and now you can position them to maybe trade up or otherwise have some more influence in this. So, like, that's what I love about Brad Holmes. Nobody knows what this dude's actually going to do, and he's proven that what he is going to do is going to work, but we don't know what it is. So everybody just quit guessing. Like, it's crazy. Oh, they brought in a wide receiver? Yeah, they also brought in a tackle. Are they replacing Penei Sewell in a couple years? No. You got to talk to everybody.
What I don't understand is, and RJ Graham says, why can't we have 3 wide receivers? We can have St. Brown, JMO, Golden.
There you go.
What is wrong with this picture? No, and RJ, like, I'm with you 1,000%, but that's not what the talk is. And it's just another example of, see, like, I'll tell you guys this. And I'm kind of going back over it right now. What Jameson Williams provides to the Lions, what his game is one of the most irreplaceable things in the NFL.
Thank you.
Chat's going to be big mad about that.
I don't know why. He has an elite skill in this league.
A skill that you don't find.
Yep.
And you can't teach.
And you can't teach. Yep. And, again, you can't work at it and become it. He's touched by God, man.
Yep. And
when he gets the football in his hand, D-Mac, he ends up in the end zone. It's really weird, I know, but that's the way that it works. And D-Mac, look, I know I'm going back to it, and I know that I'm telling you what I've told you before. Jameson Williams is special. Not in the Lions system special, in the NFL special.
Oh, 100%. The skill set. And, my favorite thing is how hard he blocks downfield for the rest of his guys. What part of the adherent to the herd. He's, to me, until I'm told otherwise, he's a big part of this wide receiver core and one that, takes the top off the other team's defense that they got to respect. And we've seen what he can do in the biggest games also.
He's always at his best.
Get better. What are we acting like he's 30 or 33 or whatever? Like he's still at the beginning of his career.
But like I said, the hang up is you're going to have to probably pay
big
him
fucking deal.
years.
Can we win a Super Bowl and then worry about that? Like, I'm sick and tired of fucking always worrying about where the fucking money is down the road or whatever. This is where you're at now. Are we not in a window to win?
And what's the salary cap going to be in 2 years?
Well, I mean, everyone always
deal with that. And to Neil's point, it was always going to be there if he's just the lead of a player across the league. Look at what these guys are getting, so let's enjoy this. Who's more valuable? Who you worried about paying that money to? Because Amon-Ra St. Brown sure ain't a, you got good players. You got really good players, and now it's to take advantage. I think that he's such a bigger part of this offense this year because of that. To your argument, because of the control before they have to, like, this is their window. Do we forget that? Like, I don't, and you know what? If Brad Holmes goes out and drafts Golden and drafts whoever, whatever else, because they adhere to the culture and can be part of this team that brings back a Super Bowl.
And it just wouldn't make sense while you're in the midst of a Super Bowl run to put your faith in a rookie when you have an established NFL product. Like, defenses have to plan for J-Mo. That's already well established. So
no, they are worried about him.
Yeah, you have
They
to
don't
be.
plan for him. They are scared of him.
You have
worried about because he provides something. Tyreek Hill's days of doing that
Oh, it's over.
appear to be over.
The Lions are blessed because we have arguably the two fastest players in the NFL on our offense, in Jahmyr Gibbs and J-Mo.
And I'll tell you this: if you want to go by talent, like ceiling talent, Sewell, Gibbs, J-Mo in no particular order.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Across the whole Lions roster. People want to get real with it, I'll get real with it right there. J-Mo's as talented as anybody on this roster. Yes.
Ding, ding.
Sewell and Gibbs. Argue it. Argue it.
You can't.
You can't argue that, man.
But Neil, he's been suspended.
Neil,
he had 300 yards the second year.
I know. I know. And somebody in the chat here, and I missed who it was, but you know who you were. Why is everybody always trying to get rid of J-Mo? D-Mac, why is everybody always trying to get rid of J-Mo? Yeah, I've talked about why do you think
Not
that
any
is?
of the smart ones.
Every team needs a scapegoat.
Hey, all I got to say, isn't that Flannel Sam's take?
No, Flannel done came around. I got to give him his credit. He done
Well, then why
he
did
learned his
Wait. Flannel Sam even came around, so we're not even talking to him?
He came around this past season.
When he had to buy a jersey and sit up there and wear it, yeah, he came around. Like, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I don't understand.
But even as the season went along, I mean, it's when you see it for yourself, like you can't deny it. Like the kid is special.
Well, yeah, it just seems like J-Mo's the one thing you can point at the offense, the one thing that you can critique.
Yeah.
Because everybody.
Why?
I'm just saying from the outside perspective, because he's the wild card, right? He's the one wild card on the team, and people don't like that.
But based on what?
I don't
His
know.
off the
Rasheed
field.
Wallace was a wild card. They love Rasheed.
Because he got wrapped up and it took him a little bit to show maturity. He's
Yeah.
not the same person that he was when he got drafted or came into the league and being around. Like, has anybody not seen that? And he's still, he's still a kid, but he's surrounded by some adults and some men that love him, and he's shown that maturity. Dan Campbell told you he's adhered to the herd. And here's the one thing.
Do you see it, D-Mac?
Yes,
as
when
a
you
guy,
see
as
it,
a
and
guy
if
that
you-
kind of lived that
The
to
guy
some
who
degree.
was the black sheep.
Yeah.
Like didn't have like it's because team is first. When he realizes that, right? Where it's one of these things is a conversation with J-Mo is like the conversation with me. It's not about what I'm doing, like, because I don't see the perspective on when I'm doing it to myself or things that I'm doing, like some of the incorrigible things that maybe have been reported or run into, right? But the fact is, when you see how it's affecting the guys beside you, you don't want, that's the worst thing that he wants, because he wants to be part of this. You don't block downfield as hard for your own team and do all the rest of the stuff if you're not all in invested.
And
So
you don't show up at
now
Pierce
he's a
Elementary
pro.
and read if you don't care about the community. Like
Dude, he's
people
out there
love to talk
buying,
about bad stuff.
everybody at the stores, he's buying them all
Yep.
food. Like he's part of this community and wants to be. And sometimes it just takes some of us to learn how
That's
to
why
be
I
ourselves,
don't
because they
see
want him
him
to be himself. Because and don't you get that? Which is different for this team, because there's personalities, right? There's personalities, and I think in sports too many times you don't get to see as much of the individual and the personalities unless it's bad, right? Unless there's a dark light shining on it. So the fact is, like haven't we all been immature or had to grow up or whatever? I've seen it. I've watched them. Dan Campbell's told me, and you know what?
Yep.
Like, I trust what's coming out of there, and you watch the way that they're used. So, no, he's a huge part. I don't understand it. But that's where these guys live now. They just got to go out and win, shut everybody up. That's where we're
And
at.
he helps you do that more than most because he has a skill.
Are you in a
that is
better
unattainable.
position with him healthy in the lineup right? Stretching that defense, making those catches through the middle. The kid will go through the middle too.
Yeah.
Woodward
Like,
Sports.
he's not a prima donna, guys.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Danny G. He's uber talented, a great kid, great teammate, works hard AF, and isn't a diva. What more do you effing people want? And
That's what I'm like.
Choir boy on Sundays.
Like,
I don't understand it. Like, but this is the default thing. He brings in a receiver and everyone runs to that, dude. Oh, this is the JMO replacement. JMO replacement for what?
I mean, it wasn't everyone. It was one dumb beat reporter who was trying to get clicks. And he got them. Everybody's talking about it.
Well, I mean,
then why are we entertaining it?
why did it get clicks?
Like, why are we talking about?
Because
why
people
we
are
just
interested in
spend a
it.
segment talking about some stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah,
that
James
fucking doesn't even have a clue. Was he from it? Was he a Detroit?
No,
reporter?
he's from AZ Sports.
Well, that's what I'm fucking saying. So why are we wasting time?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Burn in the super
God
chat.
dang it.
Everyone talks
We're
big.
gotta draft defense first, anyways, right?
At the end of the day, Brad Holmes going to draft who's best for this team, and I don't give a damn what he does. He's smarter than me. He's smarter than all of us watching. So just accept the Brad Holmes greatness. Just embrace it. Sit back.
Burn.
It's like a self-driving car now. We don't have to worry.
Burn in the super chat, and he's right on with this. Everyone talks big about us wanting to draft a guy who can be a knucklehead because he's talented. Then we draft one, and they want to complain. And Burn, that's been my thing about it forever.
Yeah.
Like we all say we want, like James Pierce, right?
Yeah, but this is different. Like, JMO has never been uncoachable. I would argue he's never been a knucklehead. Yes, did he need to mature in some areas? Absolutely. But he's never been a
I would say he was immature.
Yeah, but he's never
More
been
than a
cancer.
knucklehead or whatever,
He's never
because
been
knuckleheads
selfish.
don't learn.
Yeah, he's
And
never been
knuckleheads
selfish.
don't
He's always
adhere
been a
to the
team guy.
culture.
He's always been a team guy.
Yeah, that's what makes me laugh. Like we always say we want these guys. No, you don't. Look at JMO. And JMO's doing it.
Right.
1,000-yard
And it
seasons
could be
on
a
less
lot
than 80
worse.
catches.
He
dude.
doesn't have off the field problems beside the gun charge. He really didn't have off the field issues
Well,
like that.
he doesn't because it's dismissed.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a
but
legal gun. You're allowed to carry it.
You know people are still going to hold that against him. But regardless, he doesn't have a lot of off the field issues.
Hold something he didn't do against him.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
he did it. It's just
Well, no, he didn't because we check his record. It's not there.
no, but he did it. Like he did it.
Yeah, but it was
there
a technicality.
It was a piece of paper. That
It was
he
a
didn't have.
technicality.
Right. Like I said about JMO last year, he doesn't read the fine print.
Well,
That's
here's-
my biggest knock.
That's a
on
good
JMO.
way to
And that-
put it.
yeah, right.
Like,
Here's the
same
difference.
thing
He just
with the
clicks
gambling.
accept.
That's the
Here's
problem.
why it works, because I see the knuckleheads being brought up. What about Charles Rogers? What about this? What about wait? It
Rest
starts
in peace.
with the guys here in the culture, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, that allow
Yeah.
in that door.
Yes.
That's what it is. So if it is a knucklehead, it's their knucklehead.
And look who you talking about. Charles Rogers, God rest his soul, had addiction issues. He had all type of
Well,
shit going on.
and here's the
like
thing too with Charles.
injuries,
Here's the
like-
thing too with like Charles Rogers stuff like that. I always go back to this, guys. You know how I work. The bottom line: 1,000 yards, under 80 catches, never happens in this league. When you give him the football, 1 out of every 9 times, he's flipping it back to the referee. I don't care about anything else. I care about winning. He helps you win. So if you want to get caught up in your feelings and stuff like that, you go ahead. When he gets the rock, he scores touchdowns.
Do we just
Good talk, everybody.
check that break?
People with the Cody Ingle, his record doesn't say anything. Stick. It's like the Fab Five didn't make the finals either. Just because we're saying it didn't happen, like just because it's not on paper doesn't mean it just went away and it never happened. So you can play those semantics game, but I saw Chris Webber in the finals call a timeout. I saw that. It happened. But you could say